Hello and welcome to the Critically Clueless. Today we are in episode 20, I believe, which is absolutely awesome. The fact that we managed to get this playthrough to run to episode 20, I'm very, very happy, guys. So thank you very much for your continued support on this playthrough. Now, within this episode, we're going to focus on doing what we have always been doing, and that's getting ourselves some more money. We just picked a perk which allows us to fire our arrows 25% faster, so we're going to do a little bit better with our bow. Remember, the goal is to get our archery up to level 100. Get up to level 100 and we get ourselves the perk Merry Men, which really isn't all that, but the point of the matter is it does give us an extra 5 troops within our party size, but it also gives us enough kind of levels into archery for that to actually be a solid go-to for us when it comes to sieges, and that's defending our castles. It also means at level 100 we're able to have some pretty nifty and decent bows as well. So yeah, I'll be quite happy once we manage to sort that. We are also going to be continuing to try and level up our troops and to, you know, get our kind of 100 troops into a bit more of a decent formation. We have got like 60 top tier archers. We have got 25-ish, probably a bit more than that now, cavalry as well. But we do need some better infantry. God, it took me ages to think what that word was. And we did go with Valandia. We have got some Valandian troops that we are leveling up, and I believe they are already spearmen. So the next step is going to be swordsmen for us to upgrade them to. It's going to take a little bit of work. The next step is going to require a little bit of XP. Let's go. Talking of XP, let's go pick on some looters. 41 of them to be exact. It's a little bit of a small number considering the amount of people we have with us. Obviously, we have formed our own army. We do have our own party members with us, so it doesn't cost us any influence or whatsoever. Infantry charge! And if we can actually start getting some half-decent money together, it may be time for us to start thinking about our own kingdom. We do obviously have our own town, and for me that's an absolute must. Have your own town. Towns equal goodness. It means that you can be at war with absolutely everyone in the game and still have a place to trade, so having a town is vital. We do also have an extra castle as well, and for me that's also important because what that will mean is that we're able to gift a castle to one of our companions and turn him into a lord, and immediately doubling the amount of clans that will be within our kingdom. For us, again, that's going to be a big thing. But it does cost, I believe, 500 influence, so it's not something you can do immediately at starting a kingdom. So these are just a few things to think about moving forward. That was a nice, easy battle, and I believe we got a few little points on our archery as well. We do need to continue to level that up, and to do that, also, a good thing to remember, guys, is that, you know, not simulating these battles, actually going into battle with your troops. The larger number, the better. It does actually earn you good leadership points as well. So our leadership should be beginning to pick up a little bit. 810 troops. That's a lot of troops that a little army has. I don't really want to get involved in it, but at the same time, if a battle was to take place, I'd like to have a look. Varon Castle. It looks like a vote for me, but I really don't want it, guys. Varon Castle is just behind me, and that's quite a considerable way away from my town, so I'm going to opt to give that to someone else. The only real thing I really care about is the fact that at the moment I have my town. Apart from that, I don't care what happens with Thebes unless another town goes up for sale, in which case I would like to be in the running. I would not be surprised if I wasn't, however. Ooh, is he going to chase? Do I need to help? No, I don't think so. If we could get that battle, that would be a good little battle. But no, it looks like our army is going elsewhere. I wonder where these guys are going. This could be a good battle. I do feel a bit like a Jekyll or a hyena when it comes to Mountain Blade sometimes. I do kind of lurch and kind of hope to get the jump and the scraps off a battle. Nice, easy, free goodies or whatever. Could be going down there, that makes sense. I think that we are a little bit faster than him, so we're going to have to slow ourselves down a little bit. But we do want to try and see what kind of numbers he's going to be up against. $500. Okay, so it's a pretty even battle. So if I get in there quickly... Oh, numbers are changing. Let's have a look. Let's help out. What have we got? We have got 800 versus 600. Well, 819 versus 659. That's not a bad battle. It could even be the largest battle we've actually taken part in so far in the playthrough. So it's going to be interesting to see just how this goes. It looks like chaos. There's someone else leading all of the troops, obviously. We have only got control over our own troops. Let's go find the battle. If we get everyone to follow me, and we can kind of make sure the right people are moving forward in the direction they need to be moving in. So the archers, we're going to need the infantry in front of those, because that's what they do. They are defenders. I like to try and use my infantry to slow down the battle while my archers do all of the work. In general, anyway. Nice little hilltop for the archers, if this is going to be possible. And we've still got our cavalry following us, which is cool. We don't have a lot of cavalry, however. See if we can do a little bit of loop. Got my boys following me. If we can attack them from behind, that could be pretty helpful. Hey, we done 190 damage then in one go, guys. That ain't too bad. Dealing some damage. No kills, but good damage anyway. And don't forget, every hit landed does deliver you EXP as well, which is good. We have focused quite heavily on our one-handed ability. And of course, now we have also got an ability with our bow too. I would like to put points into two-handed weapons as well, although realistically, I don't know if we're going to have enough focal points to waste extra in another discipline. But we'll see how our playthrough goes, how many levels we manage to get in our character. I think another good thing to keep an eye on when you pull up that when you pull up your troop tab in the middle of a battle is their morale. So you can see that we've got a good screen of green here, meaning our troops are winning majority. If that was red and a lot of troops would be dying, you could expect your morale to be dropping quite heavily. And if that drops too low on any particular group, let's say, for instance, the infantry, you've asked them to charge. Let me just try and get this shot. Nice. Wasn't a kill, but we did land it. Yeah, so if you, for instance, all your infantry start dying, their morale at the top there's a little number, that would start tanking. And if that tank's too low, they're just run away. So it's a good thing to keep an eye on. You know then if you need to order any particular group to back up or not. At the moment, our troops are doing pretty good. This was actually a very easy battle. We did have them outnumbered, but I think it was troop quality. I think our troops vastly outbettered their troops. A sea of green. That is a lot of kills. You see then the cavalry units, their morale then had dropped because they'd lost a few people. They were in amongst the melee. They'd lost a few people within their little group, and so their morale had dropped. I mean, they're not going to go, cavalry units are pretty hardy, but morale is something that people really do need to pay a better attention to in the middle of a battle, especially if it is a close battle or if it is like a longer battle with a lot of troops happening. I cannot hit this guy. We did pretty good though. Our party only had one person die. 3 people got injured. That is pretty good. We got some pretty decent troops. And the surgeon that we have, absolute winner, mate. Lifesaver. I keep thinking, that's it, we're done. But the battle hasn't ended. There's still that one guy that just running around the battlefield. He's like, I can kill you all. There we go, we finally did it. We actually got 14 renown from that, which isn't too bad. But it was a pretty big battle, so to be expected. Got ourselves another little hostage. Again, guys, we are going to try and capture as many of these guys as possible. Ordinarily, I would say let them go for the relation boost, but because I'm trying not to drag things out too much within this playthrough, I would normally play a lot slower, more methodically. We are going to hold them captive and try and get some ransoms. So we only got a couple of people wanting to level up on those spearmen. So I'm not even going to bother leveling them up yet. I am going to try and group them together. For anyone that doesn't know, when it comes to leveling up your troops, it's best to do them in batches, because if you don't do them in batches, it kind of eats away at the experience of the group. So everyone else that may be on the cusp of leveling up, they'll automatically go down to 0 in experience if you've leveled up that group. little bit annoying, to be fair, the way that works, but it is something to keep in mind. I'm just making sure that no one else kind of came around. They're still doing this siege and there's like no one inside it, but literally there's like 4 defenders? That's insane. Are they actually sieging? No. Can't send the troops. Can't lead an attack. They're literally just sitting there for no reason. That's a little bit funny. There's literally like 4 people behind a wall saying, "You ain't coming in here." And they're like, "Okay." It's probably about time we went home. I haven't been home to our area, to our town for a while now. Probably a good idea to go home. I think picking up some wood might be a good call too, because we have been doing a little bit of smithing. We're going to need some wood if we're ever going to do our 2-handed swords at the moment, because 2-handed swords, I believe the ones we can create require 1 wood. And of course we need charcoal to make those swords as well. Our smithing and the things that we have learned is so low. The weapon quality we're going to be able to produce is going to be like 500 to 800 dinars per sword, which isn't great. But we are trying to slowly develop our skill. Is that that's our castle that is under attack. 400 troops plus a little bit of a hand. We could have won that if I hadn't have delayed. That was a bit silly of me. To be fair, I'm not really fussed on the little castle. The castle's more of a bonus for me at the moment. But this is my baby. As long as we keep this, we should be fine. And we do have a huge garrison inside it, so I'd be very, very surprised if anyone marches an army up to attack us. Let's have a look. So we have 3 parties. And we don't yet have any workshops. I think that's something we should remedy. Workshops are hit and miss massively, but I feel like as we own a town, we should at least have a workshop brought. Try and find a workshop that's going to work well for us. Not every workshop is profitable. Some workshops are harder than others to get going. But if we spend the money now, at least then we have that workshop. If it doesn't work out, we can always change whatever it is. You know, if we don't want to do weavery, we open up a brewery, for instance. We'll eventually find something that is profitable. And as it's our own town as well, we know that this workshop is going to be open for a damn long time. Hey, there is a horse here. Now, if I am right, this is the lowest valued horse you can win in a tournament. But it's still like 8,000 dinars. And 8,000 dinars is a lot of money for me right now. Especially as I just spent a lot of dinars opening up a workshop. So, yeah, absolutely go for it. Go on, get him. Nice. 1 guy on horseback against 3 of us, which is quite cool. We actually won this round pretty easy. I done 106 damage despite him almost trying to take off my head. Another 30 done. It's got to be relatively low. Unless I just hit the horse. Nope, he's dead. Well, there we go. We win. Kishti kishti. Next round. We can skip. And we're going to put another bet on. Now, we've done so many tournaments now that betting just is not profitable. I mean, it is profitable, but it's really not that much. Might have a look, actually, to see where we are on the leaders board. Oh, I missed the kick. Try again. Shield bash. Love a bit of shield bash. Skip round. Oh, we're onto the 1v1s. 1v1s are pretty much easy. I like them. Except when you don't have a shield. Can I take it back? Okay, we got 3 throwing axes. We missed one. Nice, 2 for 2. Oh, I need to get this out. Oh, I'm glad we got in that boot. To be fair, we got in 2 throwing axes, so we only needed 1 hit. But if I'd missed that boot, it could have been bad. Last round, and we got our trusty shield back. Shield bash, don't let me down. Damn, that guy's hardy. And we did it. Nice. I think shield bash should do more damage than it actually does, to be fair. There we go. We got the 3 renown. We got the horse. We got the wages. And we have ourselves another tournament in the bag. Very cool. Very, very cool. Let's have a look to see how much this horse was actually worth. See how much all of our battling has managed to get us as well. Didn't realize we had so much gear, to be fair. Again, I think I'm going to save the best stuff to try and give to a companion. Never know, may actually find something better than what we've got one day as well. Already up to 10 grand, that's not bad. No good hats. Gonna save the heavy quills just in case we ever have to go into defending our town. And obviously I'll come in with 2 quivers then. I think the majority of these weapons we are going to use to smelt. And there we go, there's the horse. And he was worth about what I said he would be worth. And we got ourselves 25,000 out of that. That's not too bad. A good little jump in. I'm quite happy. I always forget to rest after using the smith. Oh, and the sturgeons have declared war on us. Absolute gits. So we're currently at war with 2 nations. That's not good. We've done pretty good against the Western Empire, to be fair. But the Sturgians and them, probably not fun. We have quite a lot of wood we need to break down and turn into charcoal. What to do? Where is... Ah, that's what I wanted to do. Let's finally kit out a dude. And then we're going to put on this. I actually was tempted to put that on myself, to be fair. And then the helmet. And why don't we look dapper? And I think he could use a shield. Now we do have a bit of a decision. I'm tempted to give him a horse and a saddle, but as he already doesn't have a horse, I'm also kind of thinking that maybe leaving him as my infantry captain, or potentially setting him up as an infantry captain. If I know he's on foot, then I know he's on foot. However, I'm just thinking about it now, and I have got him in smithing. I'm pretty sure... Oh no, that's endurance. Endurance, athletics, and smithing. I don't know, for some reason I thought that horse was in that. Let's have a look at raiding and see if we can get... See if we can get anyone to come up to us. Raid the village. Who've we got? I'm going to zoom out. Oh, what have I done? I just don't want a random army to sneak up on us. So... see just how worthwhile this is. Don't get a huge amount of gold. I'd say what? 100 or so? Dinars? Nowhere near as much goods. I think raiding was actually better before the update. He's not happy with that at all. He's like, come on now, dude. But we do have 117,000 dinars, which I am kind of loving. We've got a good amount of money. Ooh, decision time. The new owner of the castle that I just lost is now back in my name. It's not going to be for long, because I'm not going to defend it. But can we get the rather tasty dudes? They are... I think they're faster than us. I don't think we are going to be able to run them down. But when you're raiding a village, you can't really run. So there we go. 100 versus 300. They're a little bit outnumbered, I'd say, 3-1. But we do have a number of troops that are looking to level up. So if we get our infantry to just straight splat into them, hopefully they get some levels. I'm not really a fan of fighting in these villages, to be fair. It's kind of awkward terrain. And sometimes you can be doing like these kind of battles at the villages with so many troops. It's not fun. Oh, might be able to get our bow out. Go on. There we go. Look at us go. God, I remember the bow being so hard to hit with. We're able to do it a lot faster now. A lot better accuracy. And I know for the most part we're just shooting fish in a barrel. But, you know, we're getting there. Oh, 121 damage. That's not bad. Getting those little levels. Luckily we got a large quiver, so we got an excess amount of arrows. Man, I miss. Well, there we go, guys. I think this battle is about over. And with it, I'm going to end this episode. Thank you again for watching this video. If you watched to the very end, an absolute massive thank you to you. Don't forget to, you know, interact with the video as much as you can. It's all very much appreciated. But until next time, happy gaming, guys. I am going to obviously take him prisoner and have a look to see what units we have to either steal or level up. But I will see you in episode 21 next week. Until then, take it easy.